S&P 500, a weekly chart. There it is right there. MMTs, welcome, 11:35 a.m., date 12/5/2010, Sunday. Market opens up Monday morning, tomorrow morning. I've done the daily. The people, if you didn't see the daily, well, then go back and look at the daily. But the people that got past the daily to the weekly, this is where it gets all the good things happen. I'm going to go into the SMF mathematical market maker platform. It populates it for us. It does all the calculations, and it's a wonderful platform. There's nothing like it in this world. There it is. It just populated. Another thing that I'm going to do next, MMTs on this weekly, is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit the yellow button right there, bam, and I am going to get all our historical data in these diamonds right here that's in the actual brain, in the actual platform of a market maker trading operation versus a public trading operation. This is where we take the moves up and down and all the way around. So let's get back to the point. The point is that we're at a triple top, weekly triple top, half of the SMF Pro Trading Bar. When I pull up our magical platform right here, I'm going to see if I can populate, if it'll work here. I'm going to get that last weekly population. Here, what I am going to show people is that on 11/8/2002, 0.37 is half of this bar. Now, notice that the S&P 500 closed at 1224.71, slightly above half of that breakout. It was up 41.93 handles above the 1187.93 on 1129 and 30 when we were putting in the bottom there. That's where we broke up above there in this weekly bar. Here's the main thing. 1190 on the S&P is what I'd said the weekly before, and the week before that we had to clear that 1190 area, and we took it out in a big way by about 25 handles. So this is the last week right here. From that bottom up to the top, half of the SMF Pro Bar, action bar in our mathematical ratio format platform as 1187.93 happens to be half of that technical support bar. And this is mathematical technical analysis. It draws all the lines versus all of the standard stuff over here. This is standard stuff the public uses, all of these. We don't use them. They lag the price. Why would I? This platform doesn't. So basically what I'm saying is that half of the 1187 of this last weekly breakout bar, December 1, 2, and 3, was the majority of the move. And half of this bar right here, when I take a look at half of this bar, this is that 1202 bar, and we're above it. So 1202 is going to be the near-term support level on the weekly S&P 500 MMTs. I called for the weekly top. We came down 3 weeks. We got out at the bottom. We have bounced back up to a triple weekly top right here. Not only that, this bar right here is 1248. That's where they slid that bid all the way down. And this is a major, this teeny line is 8.75 movement. We got above there, slightly above it, just like we did here, and we sold off 3 weeks. We called that top. We got, there we are. We got to close above this bar. Let's take a look at the high of this bar. This is 1248. The major resistance level is going to be the pre-Lehman Brothers breakdown, 1230 on the S&P. If I can't get above 1230, I'm a short seller on the S&P, bottom line. That means that I've got to consolidate on a weekly new bar starting Monday, and there's 5 days that equal it. We'll use the daily, we'll use the 60-minute and the 3-minute and 15-minute charts so that we can dissect mathematically in the shorter term what that buyer and seller is actually engaging in. But remember, the VIX, the VIX.x, I did the daily and the weekly. It's on the homepage website for this week, MMTs. Go and click on the daily. It takes you to the weekly. If you don't click on the link to view the weekly, you'll miss this weekly chart. So you know the new format. Click on your daily. You want to get to the weekly. Click on the link. It takes you to the weekly. Whether it's on Stock Market Funding, Daily Stock Charts, or other any market maker website that the MMTs run and operate, is you'll find everything to be the same. Now, MMTs, having said that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this portion of the breakout move right here. And you can see this very defined and very clear. These mathematical pre-calculated lines do not lie. They also represent where the public engagement and behavior transactions within the Wall Street tape take place, MMTs. Here we shorted down. Now we're long the market. This bar right here, MMTs, is 1190. This bar right here is 1202. That's your new weekly support. Okay? Your weekly resistance is that when you break through that 1230, that's where the Lehman Brothers went down. And that's where the S&P went down to its all-time bottoms that were made in February of 2009 from the gruesome selling of 2008, MMTs. And the thing about it is that 1230 handle on the S&P 500 is a major area of resistance that has to be taken through, and or on this weekly SMF mathematical price action bar in our platform, 1202, you would have to hold that 1202. That's the down reversal bar. That would become the new mathematical support line. Notice how I'm not saying standard technical analysis. You don't hear me talking any of that garbage. I'm talking about mathematical. It doesn't lie. And it's accurate, MMTs, and you've witnessed it ever since you've been here. So, I am putting out an all-time support level at 1202. A break below half bar is a short, a consolidation at price action, and or a breakthrough that 1230. I am going long the S&P up to that 1247 handle, right below the 1250 handle. That's the weekly gift coming up on 12/6, moving forward on the S&P weekly analysis. Now, for the innocent people watching the video, look, if you don't want to be a professional, that's fine. If you're looking for individual components to walk you through the markets and you want individual training on a subject and a topic line, SMF has about 60 or 70 of them. We've been around for many multiple years. This platform is not sold to the public. It's only for MMTs. But we'll train you on this platform. If there's things you want to learn about gaps, gap downs, left elbow gap up, left elbow gap down, walk the dog, in price action, these kind of breakouts, how to interpretate them, how to get the money out of the market, how to sell short, how to go long, understanding 1202 as a support, the consolidation, the breakout of a major short-term triple top on the S&P 500. But remember MMTs, go back and look at the VIX.x fear indicator. That's at historical complacency and less fear levels. That could help move it through there. But we're going to hit a point where that complacency and fear level get to such a ridiculous mark that somewhere when we break out, and we'll let the market have the last say so, just as long as the trade management plan is set out therefore, so that you can buy bear or bull funds, you can short, put options, you name it, any kind of transaction that we can do that will make $1, and that directional price movement is our glory.